Hi everyone, I'm Juliette Highland, and if you're watching this on the Tuesday that it comes out, then you are 1 week into Nano. And so the goal for Nano at this point is 11,667 words. I personally have not even hit double digits to get you into 10,000, and that's okay. I'm giving myself grace on that. I actually had hoped that I would be close to about 10,000 at this point, but a lot of things have just happened and occurred, and that just hasn't been the case. And that's okay. So if you hit 11,667 already, or you have gotten even further along, way to go. Claps all the way around. If you haven't, also claps all the way around because you're still getting words on the page. So I thought it would be a good idea because we are 1 weekend, and if you have been very diligently or even not so diligently attempting to get your word count, you probably haven't been getting up very much from your chair. And guess what, guys? You should definitely be getting up from your chair. It is very important to step away from your computer. And if you are having trouble hitting word counts or story goals or things, getting up and doing other things can actually help. So I'm here with some self-care tips for writers, whether you're doing them for Nano or for some other reason. So first things first, get up, get away from your desk, move away from the computer, take a step back. It will still be here when you come back. I personally like to go for a walk. It is turning colors here in Ohio right now, so I get to see all the different colors of the leaves and everything. It's great. This time of year, I find myself writing quite a few seasonal change stories where my romance heroes and heroines are very much looking at leaves. I have to cut a lot of it because it doesn't really need to be, but it makes me happy. Or go for a run if you like to run. I have a friend who love her to pieces, but she claims that she gets her best writing when she's running 10Ks and marathons, which more power to her. I don't want to do that, but she does great. So walking and running and kind of getting up away from your computer, totally cool. Change locations. Go someplace else. Read a book in a coffee shop. I love sitting in coffee shops and reading. It's one of the things that now that the world's kind of opening back up that I really look forward to doing is kind of sitting other places. You also get to hear conversations, and that can help with your writing too, as you kind of hear how people are interacting with each other. Take a break, period, from writing. I know Nano gives you badges. I personally know myself, I work for stickers. One of the things that I treat myself every time a book is done, I buy myself stickers. I go to Etsy shops. I find just the wildest stickers that I can find, or the funniest stickers that I can find, or just something that's really pretty. And that's how I reward myself when I get done with a book, is I get myself some kind of pretty sticker. Take a break. So you don't need the badge. If you don't get the 30-day badge, I lost out on the 30-day badge on day 2. When I forgot to upload my word count. It's okay if you don't get the badge. It'll be okay. So give yourself a break. Don't worry if the Nano clock says you didn't put in words yesterday. That's okay. Not a big deal. This one's for kind of when you're having issues, period, regarding writing. Write something else. I'm a romance writer because I started writing a fantasy book and I wrote myself into multiple corners. The hero suddenly became the villain, which was not a twist I was expecting, nor did it actually work in the story. So this isn't one of those oh, but it could be worked. It could have worked if someone else had written it. It just couldn't work with Juliette Highland writing it. But I started writing a historical romance that also lives under the bed. It didn't go anywhere, but it was how I figured out that I actually really liked writing romance better than I liked writing other things. So take a break, write something else. If you have just a random story in your head that you're like, this won't ever go anywhere, maybe it won't. But letting your brain travel down different pathways and finding new things can really help as you come back to the story that you have. So, and guess what? You can count those words if you're counting for Nano too. Finally, and it's a thing that I tell my writers group all the time, give yourself grace. You are more than your word count. We had a write-in on Thursday night, and I already had multiple writers on day 4 telling me how upset they were because they hadn't even gotten to the 2,000 word mark. And my answer to them is the same that I will give everybody else. You are more than your word count. Your word count for the month of November or for the month of anything else doesn't define who you are. So you are 1 week into Nano. Give yourself a pat on the back, no matter how far you've come, or even if you haven't started yet. And then get as many words as you can or as you want to, and keep going. And happy Nano to everyone. Bye.